So this is the November edition of LHS 101, and for this edition we wanted to talk about a couple things. CCR would be the first one, and CCR is something that we do every day. For most of the time it's for about 29 minutes long. If you're thinking back in the day, this was something very similar to a seminar or a homeroom, and we set ours up so that a teacher starts with their CCR group or class when they're freshmen and rolls with them and stays with them all the way through graduation as a senior. We really try to build that cohesiveness or that family atmosphere, a bond or a trust between teacher and student as they work through. Just to highlight a little bit of what they do on a normal week. Monday is what we call Mentor Monday. So the teacher looks at grades and talks with the students about how they're doing, what's upcoming for them, and then just tries to continue to grow that relationship. On Tuesday, it's about 29 minutes long. We give students an opportunity to travel if a teacher needs to see them to make up a test or to do some work or to get some extra help. Wednesday is we call Family Day, and so that's a variety of things depending on the CCR, some of which are very closely tied to academics and some which are very loosely tied to academics. So really, again, they're just trying to build that rapport and relationship. On Thursday, we split into two sections. The first part, students have lessons either in social emotional learning, or sometimes they work on the IPS, which is an individual plan of study. And then the second part of that is, again, like Tuesday, they have a travel day where a teacher can recommend or can look for the student to request a student to come see them to work on, again, tests, etc., and so on. If they don't travel on those days, they will stay in their CCRs working on homework or whatever they need to get caught up on. Fridays is a chance for some of our clubs to meet and to work through that process. And again, if they're not involved in a club, then they have some opportunities to finish up some homework. So one of the things that I want to highlight on our CCRs, and this is probably in that family situation, but we have some CCRs that adopt a family, and one of those is Miss Lang's group. She calls it the Lang Gang, and they will talk just a little bit about their adoptive family for Thanksgiving.
Hi, my name is Gage Thompson, and I'm representing on behalf of Miss Lang's CCR class. We always do a community project almost every year, specifically helping families in need, specifically with the Thanksgiving holiday. We've been doing this community project for about 4 years, and basically the process we run through to explain to other CCRs how we specifically do it is our freshman year, Miss Lang basically gathered together a specific list of our favorite Thanksgiving meals that we've always had like throughout our family. So we get a list such as this, and we get the list really organized with all our favorite things, and then we sign off on it. And we just make sure we get everything in and everything signed on this sheet right before the Thanksgiving holidays. And as you can see, we've been successful for the last 4 years, and it's a really great program, and I recommend you all do it.
The second part of LHS 101 for November is we wanted to focus a little bit on our classes that we take for electives, and pathway classes is what we call them. We have 11 different pathways here at the high school. And those classes focus on a number of things, but they're grouped together. There's usually 4, 5, 6 classes in a pathway. The state groups them together and then gives them a name. And each of those pathways has a leader. We get a few questions about that come enrollment time and really kind of what we're looking for and how we can help students determine which is best for them. There's no great answer for those other than if you're interested, let's start. There are really 3 sections or 3 types of classes. It's the introductory level classes, it's the technical level classes, and it's the application level classes. And they are just what they sound. Those introductory level classes get them started to get a little taste of what the pathway is about. Technical level is a little more precise in getting into the stuff that is important to that pathway or to success in that pathway. And that application really talks about or deals with some real world applications of the things that they've learned in those pathways. So for this section, we will finish it off with some of our leaders of those pathways talking a little bit about their applications or their pathways for students to decide if they want to take them.
Hi, I'm Maeve Bolin, and I cover the teaching and training pathway at Lansing High School. This is a great program for students who may be interested in going into teaching, or even students who are interested in going into businesses and want to take a leadership role. In a lot of ways, we advance the speaking process to giving presentations that are interactive, like lessons. So during the first semester of the Teaching as a Career class, we do a lot of those leadership type activities. And during the second semester, I work on getting students out into the schools. And then once a student has taken Teaching as a Career, they have opportunities to observe teachers in our school district and even intern with teachers in our school district, working all the way up to teaching a lesson with students. And the great thing about the program is that we've been able to work in every single building in the district over the last couple of years, from early childhood all the way up through the high school. And so I want to invite any student who is interested in being a teacher someday, or even thinking about being a teacher or wanting to be a better leader, to check out the teaching and training pathway.
Hi, I'm Mr. Rosario. I teach the architecture and construction pathway here at Lansing High School. This is my 35th year of teaching, and students who take my classes go on typically to become construction managers, architects, civil engineers, cabinet makers. I've had the whole gambit of types of students that have taken my classes and gone on to have great success in their lives.
My name is Krebs, and I teach our engineering classes here at Lansing High School. We offer the engineering and applied mathematics pathway, the career and technical education pathway for our students here. The pathway starts with our Introduction to Engineering course. That allows students to get some hands-on experience with some engineering skills, with some building skills. The second course in our pathway is one of two courses. You can either take our robotics course, or you can take a drafting course that works in the pathway as well. The engineering pathway culminates in the capstone class that is engineering design and development. And that's very much an independent study type course where you identify a problem, find solutions to that problem, and ultimately build a prototype to solve the problem you've identified. All these classes allow students to experience engineering fields that they don't get in a traditional classroom.
Okay. I'm Shannon Long, and I am the teacher for the Human Services Pathway, and I teach career life planning, nutrition and wellness, child development, and family living. Those are all semester courses. As a part of those courses, students have the opportunity to join our student national organization, FCCLA, which stands for Family, Career, Community, and Future Leaders of America. And we hope that by taking these courses that they have the opportunity to become involved in their school and become leaders in their community. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Phelps, and I teach the Hospitality and Event Planning Pathway. And I teach Culinary Essentials, Culinary Arts 1, Culinary Arts 2, Event Planning, and our capstone class, Career Connections. Hope to see you here.
As we finish LHS 101 for the month, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're able to spend a lot of quality time with family and friends in this next week or so, and then come back and finish strong here in the month of December. Happy Thanksgiving.